Hi, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music, and today I am reacting to Mac Miller's Faces, the entire mixtape. When I saw the request from Ned, who's saying, my absolute favorite mixtape of all time, with $800, I was hoping it was this, and I was very happy to see that I was right. I'm actually so excited to listen to this. I can guarantee you this is going to become a video.
Bradley from the future here. This almost didn't become a video.
Mac Miller was an artist who started off basically making what would be considered to be white frat boy music, as you can hear from the incredible song Donald Trump that he came out with, but slowly transformed into a more conscious hip-hop artist, and he managed to fit in that lane very well, as he put his heart and soul into everything that he did. Now, Faces was a project that I believe came out in, 2014? Am I correct? Yes, May 11 of 2014. It's got a lot of interesting features on it, including Vince Staples, Rick Ross, Earl Sweatshirt, Schoolboy Q. Yeah, and has been put into the rap history books as one of the best mixtapes of all time. This thing is insanely long. It's an hour and 30 minutes, a lot of material. I've heard one or two songs from this thing, and I've been very excited to hear more. So without further ado, very happy that I got sent this in. Thank you again, Ned. If I'm talking a little funny, it's because I'm eating this caramel, well, there was a caramel apple here, but it had peanuts in it, which I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to. Alright, he was only 22 when he released this. Damn! I'm 23 and look at me, I'm completely useless. I'm doing nothing with my life. Has a lot of streams, very popular. First song, Inside Outside.
Yeah, should've died already. Faces. Yeah, everybody tripping and my mind ain't steady for my sin. Should've been crucified already. Try to tell you that it ain't real. Tell them find that Yeti.
Immediately with this project, he was already understanding that he was abusing substances at a very unhealthy and unreasonable pace. And there will probably be a lot of references to that. And the fact that he's still alive being a miracle. Eventually he would die due to an overdose, which has made a lot of his work a lot more harrowing and tough to listen to. I imagine that's definitely going to be the case for this project.
And it open in right now. I never been so ready.
It's going to be your first Mac Miller album ever. You're excited? It's probably a great place to start, actually. Inside Outside is a nice little piece. Simple, quick, does the job of introducing the project. It's alright. It's a smiley ball. Not a bad start. Next song, here we go! Can't believe he went from I Love College to this. This is a good one. That's funny.
Without fear.
So this is one of the few handful of pieces of media that I'll always cherish bits of my life, as it helped me get through a lot of rough times in the past.
Can you feel it? Polo pajamas, I think.
Wait, that's such a... Dude, I love that line. That's actually so good. You spent your whole Vance on 2 Chainz and a Gucci verse.
If I ain't in your top 10 and you a racist.
What? You can't be racist towards white people? This is a preposterousy, okay?
Cocaine ether creates a strange creature that wasn't hearing me.
Sorry, one sec. Gucci verses are 250 grand? I remember hearing somewhere that 2 Chainz charges 200 grand for a feature.
I did it all without a Drake feature.
Dude, it's so funny how Drake is still like the hottest motherfucker in the world, like 9 years later. Have I seen AI Family Guy? Wait, hold on, guys. This is important. We gotta stop listening to Faces for this.
Lois, don't you get it? I'm the president's president now. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Peter, this is a huge responsibility. You can't just abuse your power like that.
Well, you certainly have the second part down. But what about Meg? Is she...
Wow, it's just as unentertaining as the original Family Guy. It's perfect. It's genius.
Many things that I've created. Key to the city I keep to open the gates with. And kids getting murdered that I grew up with. Shit has changed, ain't little Malcolm with the baby face.
Wait a second. If Mac is in your top 10, wouldn't that make you a racist? Because think about it. My top 10, okay, consists of Eminem, Tom McDonald, Mac Miller, Half of Logic, Adam Calhoun. That's 10, right? So I don't, you know.
I did it all without a J.
Did all without a J feature. Yes, and you can't forget Tyler Joseph is on that list. Tyler Joseph's the top rapper of all time, guys.
Feature.
Here We Go is great. Awesome beat, very anthemic. Love the effects on his voice to make everything feel larger than life. I thought this was a great follow-up track. Really liked it a lot. Fun, charming, everything you'd want from this. Few questionable lines, but nothing to really squint an eye at. Smiley ball, there we go. Would I rather go to dinner with Jay-Z or accept $50K? Is the joke that Jay-Z is going to, like, teach me how to invest my money and become rich? Or do I just take the money and not have the knowledge? What happens if I have the knowledge but not the money? That's the real question, you know? Next song, Friends with Schoolboy Q. Jay-Z says take the money. That's his advice. His advice is, what are you doing here? You should have taken the money.
Mr. Davis. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay,
First
okay.
get the money.
Hey, okay.
Whoa! Hey!
But I'm not the devil, I'm a motherfucking minotaur. The rap Diablo, free your mind, my motto. And we.
I could definitely tell this was like that peak Odd Future era kind of shit, right? Because I definitely don't think that this is that same edgy, wild crap, but I can tell that there's still a very similar vibe to what's going on here. Everything feeling very loose. I like it. I prefer it more than early Tyler anyway, so.
And R. Kelly been told me that I'm the world's greatest.
Oh, that's aged poorly.
But still to fall in love is like an orgasm. I'm always faded, getting shaded in the basement.
I'm surprised how much of this is aged poorly. In fact, the entire existence of this project and the near-death experiences is like, that's easily the thing that's aged the worst, but like, for sure, R. Kelly references, wow.
Out in Vegas.
So it's a good question. Where is Q?
My spaceship, my face is so complacent.
Wait, this song's 6.5 minutes?
Phrases. Yeah.
Oh god.
I think it's this money.
Mac Miller's overrated. Let me tell you one thing about this project so far. Mac Miller has a lot of charisma. I feel like he's keeping my attention. The beats are good. The reverb is actually tasteful and works in this song. The vibe is strong. Everything feels complimentary. And sure, while not everything is in a very traditionally needs to be this sort of way feeling, I find this to be nice. I'm enjoying this.
And give all the homies raises.
Do I fuck with Ken Carson? Let me put it like this. I listened to the new Ken Carson album. I didn't like it. I put on Rap Caviar on shuffle, and I was going through, and I didn't really enjoy any of the songs I was hearing. And then I heard a Ken Carson song from the album, and I listened about halfway through and realized, wow, rap today fucking sucks bad. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. These fools ain't spit no type of dope shit, but that's not even the bad part. They're actually somehow better than Ken Carson. All of that garbage before, I listened to that Ken Carson song, and I was like, oh my god. Somehow, Ken Carson is like 10 levels below everyone else who sucks. Is this Schoolboy Q doing
Yow, yow, Miller Mac, yeah, Miller Mac, yow.
Wow, this is like the worst feature ever. He sounds like Mad Child, you know?
I can beat up any rapper easy do a headstand.
No control, fuck Ken Lamar. I don't vote, I never.
No control, fuck Kendrick Lamar. Wow. Man, these lines have aged so bad. You know? Kind of like a like a Tyler the Creator album. I mean, like, because I remember this whole situation, you know? The Kendrick verse on Control, and he's like, Tyler McMillan, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you. You know, and that's... What an interesting place the story has gone.
Yeah,
Oh, not this hook. See, I feel like eventually Travis Scott would repay the favor on Schoolboy Q's album with his feature on Chopsticks. As it's almost like karma for the feature that Schoolboy Q is presenting here on the song Friends.
We coming.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh no, the hook. It's coming back. You guys ready? Let's be honest here, okay? I feel like this hook is bad, but it also is kind of the era. Like, I hear something like this, and I don't feel completely disgusted, because it reminds me of, like, some of the hooks Chance the Rapper had, you know what I mean, on his mixtapes and whatnot. So, it's like, it's kind of charming. You know, it's of a time.
Yeah.
Good transition. So, despite the fact that I think the hook is terrible, and a lot of the lines have aged pretty poorly, it's charming, it's a time capsule, and it's not offensive in doing so. It's a smiley ball. Light one, but still fun.
No, this song is a shrug. That chorus, you don't grow accustomed to it. At least I haven't. I find it to be completely obnoxious, and it ruins the song and takes up a large portion of it.
It works for me. It's like Mac making fun of himself. Yeah, again, I mean, sure, I wish Schoolboy Q would have like a real actual feature on this 6.5 minute song. You know what I mean? But hey, like Ned says, I personally find the hook to be charmingly goofy, and I also feel like it's complimentary in a way, you know, saying like, oh yeah, you know, I fuck with Schoolboy Q, he's like the homie, you know, and he's like a pretty... And that's the other thing, it's like he's saying fuck Kendrick Lamar on a song with Schoolboy Q on it, so it also makes that line more playful. It's all just very chill. I don't mind it. Next song, Angel Dust.
Yeah.
You Can't Stop Thinking About All in the Family by Korn. The fact that that has nothing to do with anything that we're listening to means that it must be really sticking with you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Haven't slept in days, they wanna put me in the psycho watch. Everyone's afraid inside a giant matrix. Isolate myself from eyes I find contagious. Don't be scared, just come with me.
First I thought it was a reference of so fresh and so clean. I guess not, because it just feels like it derails and goes extremely warped and obscure. Projecting with this line a little bit. I don't think Lil Stewart has been doing cocaine, and I think maybe he's trying to say something deeper with this. It's so fresh and clean, it's very clean. Listen. I mean, to be fair though, it's like these songs that are like drug anthems or anti-drug anthems or whatever they are, I feel like of course they've become a significantly more cautionary tale with time. Of course, knowing what we know now happened with Mac, I feel like it does recontextualize a lot of this music. But I also don't think it completely like drains it of enjoyment. I still enjoy this song quite a bit. And of course I got, you know, minor gripes with it, but I still thought it was fun. The things that I do like are big, and they triumph over a lot of the things that I don't like. And again, knowing the era this came out does help quite a bit. It's a smiley ball. I know nothing about Mac Miller context. So Mac Miller ended up dying at 26, I believe, due to a drug overdose, which was only a handful of years ago. And I feel like that has kind of given a lot of extra information towards a lot of these songs where he is talking about drugs, showing that it was a very serious and real problem. You know, because I feel like a lot of the times you're able to listen to songs like these and not really fully like understand or grasp like the situation. So that does like add.
A good time can be a trap.
I feel the opposite, to be honest. There's some things I like about this, but the things I don't like kind of stick out for me and impact how much I can enjoy them. Yeah, I feel like that kind of comes down to just subjectiveness. I mean, I lived through this era of hip hop, and I feel like there was a lot of great creativity that came from it. And so I appreciate the boundary pushing, even if it is sort of weird and wacky, more than if this was just very traditionally, you know, everything very linear. There's something about this that I like due to it just being a little unorthodox.
I might die before I detox. This ain't high school, no little Asian I can cheat off.
Now that did not age well. Now that, all right.
More than like I'll die tomorrow. At the rate I'm getting high, it'll be hard for me to find tomorrow. Everybody grab a fucking number, this is die.
Oh no, I've cheated on a test before when I was in like elementary school, and I will say that I was pissed off because I cheated off to someone who was a woman, and I guess a girl at the time, all right? And I was sure that they knew what they were doing, okay? No, they didn't. They screwed me over, okay?
Kill me. Oh, I'm the bomb. Killing, they just yelling, that's it. A deadly combination with that ecstasy sniff.
Why did Brad even mention it was a girl? Let's be honest here, okay? In like elementary school, girls tried harder than boys. That's just how it was. Girls cared more about whether or not they got a good grade. The guys, I feel like it was much more of a gamble. Even the fact that I was cheating in the first place, all right, should be proof of that.
Money. They was all laughing, wasn't that funny?
Beyond an exam. I definitely cried when I failed out of a class in college that I was very knowledgeable in. That said a lot to me. When you fail a class, but you're like actually really good at it. It kind of puts the whole college system into perspective. Anyways, completely irrelevant. Oh yeah, that song was fine. Not my favorite. Had some moments that were okay, but certainly fell into the background in terms of these other tracks. It's a strong shrug.
While the subject matter is still striking, there's only so many times you can basically say the exact same thing about how you're ODing, and it's a shock that you're not dead yet. Where I'm still going to be, following along with the music, because I already kind of understand that that's what a lot of this is about. So yeah, I'm kind of just, at least throughout this reaction, I become pretty numb to it quickly. As you see with this song, again, despite the very punchy nature of it, it just isn't really leaving much of an impression.
Next song, What Do You Do? Featuring Sir Michael Rocks. I probably eat a triceratops and parrot talk, listening to rocks and talking on it, carrot top.
4 a.m. a cute naked house. My brother one of the only ones I could confide in.
A drug absorbing endorphin addict, yeah. Know a bitch that let you fuck her for Coachella passes.
Oh, so pompous.
To be fair though, if you're fucking someone and they're getting Coachella passes, isn't that like $700 a day or something? Like, I don't know about you, but that's more expensive than most prostitutes. Of course, I wouldn't know the answer to that, all right? I would have no idea. Hey, I'm saying I wouldn't know, okay? Look, all right, this is clearly a mistake. Hey, call my lawyer. Listen, I'm just trying to make a mathematical point here.
The Mondrian. I saw you meditating. Get your Gandhi on.
This is like the first feature of the whole album, and it kind of stinks.
Get high, fucking with the tech deck. Calling local middle schools and sending some death threats.
Yeah, this is definitely the age of Odd Future for sure.
Let me up at the top.
Sure, they're terrific athletes. They've got the best equipment that money can buy.
Wow, that really jumping out the window, letting everything go. Not as crazy on that song as some of the other ones. While it's still loose and stonerific, it's a shrug. Yeah, that ending worked surprisingly well. And it transitioned perfectly into the next song. It just doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You know that every Mohawk competitor has an electrocardiogram, blood, and urine tests every 48 hours to see if there's any change in his physical condition? Do you know that they use the most sophisticated training methods from the Soviet Union, East and West Germany, and the newest Olympic power, Trinidad and Tobago? And our side of the field!
How much longer is this album? Do you really want to know? There's 7 tracks out of 24.
Yeah, Yeah, jumping out the Camino. Just left the gas station, smell like hot Cheetos. I fuck with Samoans. Get faded and sleep in the ocean. Spin the hell
And I came up straight up from the block. I watched my grandpa say penis.
Wow, that was on key. Wait, you're right. Walking Behemoth, I increase the feces because shit real fly into your windshield and getting killed, bugged out. What? It's an ignorable poop bar, which I feel like is much better than something like, I'm the shit, I'm farting. And wasn't the most memorable. Once again, I feel like a lot of these songs I've been giving shrugs, but I don't think that they're necessarily bad. I just think they're just that. They continue the vibe without doing anything extraordinary. Haven't hated anything so far. Next song, Therapy. Is this Clam's Casino? Benny X.
Watch the world get ruined tonight. Living this life, I must have lost the picture. Problems form in the blood.
This feels like one of the strongest, most unapologetic vibes that sticks more of a landing than the previous songs. I like this one quite a bit.
These pass by, I used to be a pretty passive guy.
Therapy is solid. It's a smiley ball for me. Strong vibe. Reminds me a lot of Clam's Casino in terms of the production. I liked it. Nothing too crazy, but solid. By the way, for the next track, Polo Jeans, I'd suggest looking up the OG version. The streaming version removes a lot of the samples from the original track.
Yeah, my neighbor's daughter just got a dog. I'ma run it over. I'm a fucking soldier. Don't tell my mom I got a drug problem. I'm fucking hot.
That line didn't age well, but at least the dog did. Aw, wholesome moment. Boom, ba dun 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 dun. Or whatever, that fucking the Undertale music.
The ink dries
on
the
Earl's
paper.
on here.
And lately I don't like shit. I've been inside on the daily. 15 on me for soda and swishes. Now who's the shit? A bag of chips and a colon to cleanse it.
Not sure why this feature wasn't allowed. I mean, maybe if it was like some sample of a old ass song that, you know, the person you'd have to check in with was dead or something, but it's just a bunch of kids yelling. This really the sample that couldn't be cleared?
Yeah. Bullshit!
Gross ass movie.
Is it dead? Oh no, but I'm gonna make sure.
Hold on, let me look this up. 38% Rotten Tomatoes score. All the photos for the movie are the exact same photo over and over again. I don't know what the fuck this is. Fucked up movie. Mom Spaghetti. Anyways, I thought that song was a hell of a vibe. I liked it quite a bit. It's a smiley ball for me. I think Mac Miller sounded good. And I think Earl stole the show. In the bathtub. Oh, yeah. It's disturbing, but I heard it's not actually bad. Why is it disturbing? I don't understand. Then again, I don't know anything about it, so I'm more interested in watching AI Family Guy, you know? That's more my pace, more my speed. Next song, Happy Birthday.
Yeah, there's a birthday party happening upstairs. Where? And it's all for me. Who the fuck cares? I'm a real drug addict, homie. You should know. Yeah, happy birthday.
Guys, it's not my birthday. Just because the song's called Happy Birthday doesn't mean you need to start wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, okay. Happy birthday, iconic. Getting how my downfall is kinda ironic. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, come on. He's able to sing the birthday song at the end here, and there's no copyright issues. But you have a weird, obscure-ass movie from the 90s, and that causes problems. Okay, then, sure. The singing reminds you of Skylar White singing. Birthday party song not in the public domain yet. Probably wasn't in 2014. Anyways, good song. Next song, Wedding. Yeah.
My bitch can tell that I'm addicted to pussy. She looking past it till the morning to the side on it. Spend this time pretending it was that first summer.
Snowflake, is it wrong to get annoyed of all of Mac's pussy bars? I feel like they have a lot of important context here, as he seems to be dealing with infidelity and the struggles of all of that, as it seems to be another addiction of his. though he can see himself growing old, which again makes this even harder to listen to knowing the tragedy that occurred.
Let me just tell you the truth. There's an angel hiding underneath the surface. The pussy right in front of me. I shouldn't be so weak. You the worst. Yeah.
I agree. It's actually one of my favorites of the album as well. I really liked it. I agree. I think the lyrics on this are actually really well, like, constructed. I like that it follows the song that's about birthdays and now weddings. Apparently the next one is called Funeral as well. Yeah, I thought that was very striking. It's a smiley ball. Oh, I didn't realize the second verse it flipped. I didn't notice at all. Weird. Still, I still really liked it. Next song, Funeral.
Yeah.
Tensions is definitely rising.
Forgive me, doing drugs is just a war with boredom, but they sure to get me harassing me. Actually, as a matter of fact, she ain't getting back to me.
I'm just gonna say, I think this album right now is on a serious winning streak. I've been loving a lot of these tracks. I feel like they tie together extremely well. I'm more invested now than I was before, and I feel like everything's running like a good movie. In other words, it's doing well. It's keeping me going.
Yeah, see, we swallowed in this web of lies. Never try to exercise, bitch. Check out the butterfly.
Yeah, you just posted a stanza. Yeah, but it fit. So, Funeral is fantastic. I feel like it finishes off this very strong run so far. These last 3 songs. Don't know if it continues from here with Diablo, but really liked what I just heard. It's a strong, smiley ball. One of the most infectious and powerful vibes. I also feel like it just is working really well as a project so far. Next song, Diablo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck all you hoes!
Yeah. Petey Pablo, colder than gazpacho, colder than the mono. I go play a couple.
That's definitely aged horribly. Rocking shows like Bono. Ooh.
Keys on the piano, the industry a lie, all the promises were hollow. The angels coming, skipping all the famous functions, contemplating suicide like it's a DVD.
See, if every song sounded like this on this album, then this song would be so unimpressive when it shows up. And that's the importance of variety here, is this is probably the most straightforward track of the entire album, and it works because of the rocky road that it took to get here. So this very focused track feels like this moment of clarity throughout this project. In other words, it's amazing. And it's also amazingly placed. This is impressive. It's impressive to know to have something like this, especially at the age of, what, 22?
The commercial, I've been popping like a colonel, reading Justin Bieber's journal.
The first song you ever heard from Mac Miller, it's a hell of a good one to hear. Feeling a strong smiley ball on that one. Probably the best song on this album, and once again, I'll reiterate, it's because it's the straightforward rap song of this album so far. It is important to mention because, again, variety is so important on a 24-track project. You need variety, and when you have a hard-hitting track like this that just hits all the right notes, following basically some songs that are creative with a lot of strong context and emotional prowess to them, yeah. Spotify shoved Donald Trump down my throat after every album. Is that still his most popular song? But yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah. The original hit. Classic Mac Miller. Ave Maria. Ave Maria.
Yeah, I listen to Uncle Cracker, but that's white America for you. We all that matters.
That's white America for you. We all that matters. I'm walking backwards, shadow boxing with karate masters. I screwed that up. No, the line was, through the spinners on the tractor, I listened to Uncle Cracker, but that's white America for you. We all that matters. Not sure what the point of that is, or if that's just another edgy line. Another one that I think makes me go, huh?
A bad apple like an unemployed Macintosh. We lost jobs.
Bad apple like an unemployed Macintosh? That's a terrible line. I'm sorry, but that's like a genuinely horrible line.
Eat, drink, and let the merry go round. Lay fish here for Midget League beginner slaughter.
Remember when you used to get away with being able to say, short people or people with growing deficiency,
These monsters ever since
people who are under the original blueprinted height due to a physical condition given most likely at birth, but sometimes given after birth.
In excelsis Deo, Ayo, this is Gloria.
Call it dwarfism. Yeah, the problem is I don't like calling it dwarfism because I think of World of Warcraft when I think of dwarfs. So, just like, it sounds like a fantasy word, you know what I mean? Like, I want to say something that isn't like directly attributed to something that my brain goes in another direction with. Remember when we could say the F word casually? Bro, I was watching House, and I think it was the mobster episode where the mobster guy literally just threw out the F slur. And I was like, huh? That was on television? That was like, yeah, that was certainly something.
Yeah.
Ave Maria is very good. I like it. It feels like a nice little cool down after Diablo, but still continuing a strong vibe. Smiley ball. So I discovered this song through Hive Mind. Funny enough, they showed me this shit and it was like, this is real. The song is called Disguise by Skepta, and the fact this is a real song is shocking, to say the least. It's terrible. I mean, like, it's so bad.
Transvestites, man them in disguise.
You thought it was a girl cause he had a handbag. You didn't know it was the next man's granddad. Strict, also known as the concrete jungle. You thought you was talking to a girl?
So it's a terrible song. It's like he's doing you a favor. He's just trying to warn you. Make sure that, you know, if they're a woman, they're a real woman. Transvestites in disguise. And then he does like an interpolation of fucking the Transformers thing, and it's so bad. Yeah, so it's terrible. I mean, it just doesn't get much worse than that. Next song, 55.
And tell them thank you. Now everybody.
55 is a good transitional moment that I ruined due to my sound bites. Smiley ball. Next song, San Francisco.
Yeah. Tensions is definitely rising.
Watching Insidious with her pussy out. Sucky now.
Jesus Christ.
Drugs inside of all your baby's carriages. Arrogance, throwing cherry bombs where the sheriff.
See, I don't flinch when it comes to lines about, you know, giving drugs to babies. You know, because I've made music like that. You know, about selling crack to kids. But, you know, maybe I think that's more of a me problem.
I took acid in San Francisco. Strip butt naked, caused a panic at the disco.
I've told you the story before. You know, this is actually the real reason I dropped out of college, alright? I was in a class and someone just said the word panic and someone else just yelled panic at the disco. Out of nowhere. That shit traumatized me, okay? I'm telling you, man. That was real trauma right there.
I gotta stop.
Panic on the Discord.
Strip butt naked, caused a panic at the disco. Okay, I always feel like a foreigner.
I found San Francisco to be by far the worst track here, to the point of where I'm pretty sure if I listen to this project, I'm going to be skipping it every single time. I found that to be thoroughly difficult to sit through. Get feeling the red headphones.
Dog.
That one had a great beat, but felt like the most pointless, annoying shit possible. That is, God, having to listen to someone say Panic at the Disco 5-10 different times. That'll age someone real fast, I'll just say that. Next song, Colors and Shapes.
Have I answered the question, who am I?
Why don't I like Panic at the Disco, Brad? LMAO. There was a time in my life where I was like, Panic at the Disco? They're not that bad, right? And then I listened to a lot of Panic at the Disco. But that wasn't what set me off. It was the people I discovered through listening to a lot of Panic at the Disco. Alright, I'm just saying, like, you can make fun of the music all you want, but it's the people associated. It's the getting Brendan Urie flexing his vocals for 15 minutes garbage you get in your recommendations on YouTube. It's the Brandon Urie says the N-word on a live stream, 500,000 views that you get on your recommended after clicking a fucking Panic at the Disco song. It's that shit, okay, that really sets you off. I'm just saying. And if you didn't think that was bad, it's the most recent album. That was really the thing that just, oh my god. Oh my god. So, you know. I think of that one Demon Dice song where she says, "This ain't no Panic at the Disco." Yeah, think about it. It's always like the most cringe instances whenever there's a Panic at the Disco reference. Like, it's always forced. Like that last song we just heard, where it was just every time I heard it, I was like, ugh. And then the Demon Dice song, I'm like, ugh.
Carry what you be able to bring. Trip. He looked up and smelled it.
I don't mind the length of this album. It's importantest. I feel the forest. I'm in the forest with the forester. I'm in the forest. I think the fact that I think this is one of the best songs of the album is a good sign that I should probably go listen to Swimming again. Wait, I just realized there's a Mike Jones feature on this album.
Tony Tron in the cup of the lemons go. $10,000 stuffed up on the weekday. On a weekday. We can do this on the freeway. Get it in the freeway.
Wait, that's Jim Jones. Intelligent Shapes is a beautiful portrait. I think it works extremely well. I think that Mac's very subtle performance complements the instrumental very well. I like the fact that the instrumental has some time to breathe since I thought it was so gorgeous and airy. It's a smiley ball. According to interviews, Mac made multiple albums with the songs during this time. He locked himself in the studio all year. This mixtape is just the few that made the released cut. Yeah, and they're pretty good, I gotta say. Insomniak featuring Rick Ross. Oh, Ross. I used to be better at that. Hey! Hey!
We the best music. Y'all don't know that shit.
I'm the shit. I'm on the toilet. Yeah, I just ate some bread. It's spoiled. Yeah.
That goes on the fucking board.
Oh. Wow, that was bad timing.
I don't see anybody but me.
I'm killing myself.
Insomniac. I don't know what I got a match for.
Not Panic. This is not a disco. I hit you with the Crisco. This Christmas shit. Alright, here we go.
My weed burning. My chain glitter. I'm the shit. I'm constipated. Yo, baby mama.
Is that? I will say that's not as bad as I feel like everybody let it up to be. You know, I'm the shit. I'm constipated. That's pretty bad, but like, you know, he's still doing all right outside of that.
Jet lag, don't need a stylist. Pants sag, Jimmy Fallon. I'm butt naked on my chopper, nigga. On my chopper, nigga.
I'm an insomniac, a motherfucking.
That feature was terrible. But it still kind of went hard. That was really bad.
Tony Tron in the cup of the lemons go. $10,000 stuffed up on the denim day. We can do this on the freeway. Get it in the freeway.
Goes hard though, you gotta admit. I do. It's a smiley ball. Thought everything was great, and then Rick Ross showed up and basically phoned it in, saying, "Yeah, Mac Miller, that's my dog. I'm the shit. I'm constipated. Walk around naked." And it's just like, yeah, okay. Anyways, still a fun song. Next song, Uber, featuring Mike Jones.
Who put the spiders in my applesauce? Put a crown on my stallion, I'm the Polo King. It's Klondike, everything is alright. It's like a plump hair, and she ain't pretty, you're ugly.
That hairline, you see this? I'm going to show you guys something. It's going to make you scream. Where is it? I can't even find. Oh, there it is. No, it's not. Is it? Something like that. Yeah. Bald.
You gotta say she just fair. And I'ma do this till I'm 102.
I am lucky though, because you guys are used to bald reviewers, so.
You just a member of the faculty. I'm still tipping, trunk up, top down, call it.
I went to a restaurant the other day, and they were playing Good News by Mac Miller. Of course, I had AirPods in, but still, I feel like that's such a... Why? Yeah, Q's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. I know the deck will be circumcised. Not as good as some of the other songs here. It's a light smiley ball, though. I don't hate it. When I was in the mental hospital, there was a patient who asked the staff to play NF, so they injected him with antipsychotics. When I was in college, there was someone who was playing NF on the speakers in the rec room. That was all they were playing, by the way. It was just NF, nothing else. Get the elephant tranquilizer. His brain is too smart. It's too developed. This NF listener, you're gonna have to use some real strong tranquilizers on him. Rain, featuring Vince Staples. Yeah.
I knock you off your feet and then I flee before the jakes come. Sick of hearing cases from these niggas who ain't face none. I'ma make me part of the guild. Deals made, selling thrills, paid the bills at the crib. The rules was you.
Yo, part of the guild? Is that a Clash of Clans reference?
Yeah. Can't deal, I'm in the corner with my head low, running from my shadow. Now more off them drugs that hit you in your spinal cord. Pain mixed up with this rain.
Apparently people say this is like the best song of the album, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really get that. I think that it's actually quite underdeveloped and meh. Still decent though. It's a light smiley ball. Next song, Apparition.
Yeah. DJ Khaled! Tell her story, she seducing them, but she only uses them. We loud as crowd noise, we just let the amber.
We the best music!
DJ Khaled!
Apparition is short, but punches very hard. I like it quite a bit. It's a smiley ball for me. A very good track. Next song, Thumbalina.
Straight up, I just wanna say one time after 2 years at this motherfucking crib, fuck all y'all motherfuckers. Yeah. He's on drugs again. My neighbors yelling, I don't give a fuck again. Yeah. And you a freak, why you hiding in the costume? Line crosser, real life flying saucer. Nothing strict caution. That disguise make your body look.
We the best music!
Things about Thumbalina that I think are very good. In fact, I think it actually kind of makes sense thematically as she is stripper. The streets took her under and whatnot, but it's like, I don't know, man. This shit's awkward, and it doesn't feel like it's very focused. It's a shrug. New Faces version 2 with Earl Sweatshirt and Dash.
Yeah, man, you know I'm smoking at the beginning of. Before knock was deluxe, when I didn't have a brush, when it still was a host trying to fuck with me. Mind out, I need to find out. I'm doing fine now. Know this out this harder than this. Charging niggas like a timeless a win.
Shallow soul.
From the shit in the soul to soul. We generation lost.
Shallow soul. Yeah. So. Yeah, supposed to get me high. Why the fuck I wanna die?
This is the last video of 2023, and let me just tell you right now, this video is exhausting to edit, and yeah, it's 25 songs. I'll just tell you that I have heard the final song before, and I did really enjoy it. I think it's a great grand finale. I'm pretty sure I made another stream where I ended up finishing listening to this, and I was supposed to record the beginning of that stream for this, but I'm telling you right now, there's not much time for the end of the year, and I don't want to drag this out into the next year, so I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on this album right now. I think it shrunk on me a little bit, specifically because it's kind of very reliant on a charm. But I do think there's something about it that has aged reasonably poorly. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, though, is I was never really a big fan of that whole Odd Future sound and whatnot, and I feel like this album is just a lot of that. So I feel like if you're into that, you might get more out of it than I did. But for the most part, I think it's pretty alright. Give it a 7-. Alright, that's it. Let it finish playing out. Sorry for this kind of terrible ending. See you guys in 2024. Peace.